Good morning, Australia.
Good afternoon, Texas. And I've just woken up and I haven't even done my hair, but I see that you've had a lovely haircut.
Oh, I did. I got my ears lowered yesterday. Yeah, that's a
Oh,
little short right here on the side,
very,
but
very
you know
nice.
what? It's hair. It's going to grow. We need to say good afternoon to Ontario, Canada.
Yeah,
This is,
absolutely. Hello, Jennifer from Ontario.
Hello, hello.
we are so excited to have you with us today.
I'm very grateful.
So we just got through telling you that it's 93 degrees here in Texas. It's almost 50 degrees in Australia. What's the temperature in Ontario right now, where you
Oh, I'm
are?
not sure. It might be about 20, which,
Celsius.
yes, yes.
So that's about 70.
Yeah, it's a little gloomy, overcasty today.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
bright and sunny here. You can see how I've got west sun coming in on my head right now. It's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Well,
I
good.
lo- I love Ontario in the winter. It's
Oh, do
so nice.
you?
I do. I was once in Ontario in Toronto in the winter and it was -30 wind chill factor. It was so, oh my God, it was like, oh, it really woke you up.
Oh, definitely. We about brisk.
Yeah, yeah. Love it. And I loved having earmuffs because we never have earmuffs here in Australia. So I love having earmuffs.
You
Uh,
probably wear a toboggan and earmuffs, right? Well, let's get
Well,
on
Jennifer,
it.
Jennifer,
What?
tell us that, how long have you been doing iridology?
well, I kind of put it on the back shelf and put out to the universe that I was going to change my life in 6 months. And that happened quite quickly. The meeting of you, I purchased a slit lamp, and now here we are hitting the books again and looking at everybody's eyes in a different way. I
Great.
am an optician, contact lens fitter, so I have over the last 20 years, I think, been fitting glasses and contact lenses, so essentially a medical device, over the eyes without really paying attention to the iris.
Ah,
Tell
wow.
us, tell
And
us
when did you
about your
start paying
epiphany.
attention to the iris?
Well, I dealt with some health stuff as of recent, probably about 2 years ago. And I just thought, why am I not using the tools that I have in my toolbox to help myself?
Yeah.
And as you both know, the iris is such an incredible vision of information.
Hmm.
Being able to see that nerve wreath, being able to see the the hyperpigmentations, the lacuna, being able to really dive deep and look into what the eyes are telling us as a direct reflection of what is happening within our body.
Yeah, cool.
So here I am diving deep in. The business I created once upon a time, Youthful Visions, has sat on a shelf for far too long.
Okay.
I love that name.
Thank you.
That's a good name. So, what inspired you to become an iridologist in the first place?
Well, my mom actually had suffered with some autoimmune conditions. Uh, Iritis was one of the symptoms where the iris started to swell and actually stuck to the crystalline lens, removing pigment. And I thought, okay, we need to look at the eyeballs a little more deeply and see how I could help her. So that was what triggered me to get into iridology, to seek it out, to find the course, and do that when my son was very young, commuting to Toronto, which is some distance after working my full time job, to gain the schooling to be able to do this to help people. But as my son was young and life gets busy, I just focused on the optics of it in terms of fitting a medical device and really not looking deep into the eye.
Mhm, mhm.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yep. And so when did you first start studying iridology?
It was about 10 years ago.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
who was your instructor?
Robert Tomlinson at the Holistic Institute of Nutrition.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
Well, we love that. What would you say when you look into the iris, what would you say is your favorite sign to see?
I think it's definitely the collarette. That's where the bang is for me. That's where all the colors, the pigment, that's where everything sort of stems from. And then when you start thinking about our general health, all of that is related to your digestion, to your gut.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really significant piece. I
Mhm,
mean, then you can go deep and down the pathway of
mhm,
all different directions,
mhm,
because of course we all want to look at the lacuna, and but the colors have so much as well, and even the constitution, um, your ability to hold your nutrients and such. Um, I guess that's some of my favorite pieces.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the collarette is so informational as far as mapping. That's a
Right.
center place to start and then work your way out. I love that I start there. I mean, that's where the whole thing's. Of course, I look at the color, but when I begin my consultation or session, I always start at the center and then work my way out. It's just easier. I find it a lot easier to start with the center and work my way out than outside in, because the inside tells about the outside. So
Yes. Yes.
All the outsides and insides there.
that's the truth. Well, Jennifer, we have come to the place in the interview where it's time for you to pick a number between 1 and 36, and I will choose a question to ask you.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 7.
Number
Yay, it's
7.
a number. I love 7.
Yeah, you do. That's your favorite number.
It is.
Well, I have changed up the board so the questions are a little bit different. So the question that used to be number 7 is another question now. So
Okay, well, I don't know what 7 used to be, so that's great.
that's right. Okay, so this is from this is a customer's question, a client's question.
Okay.
My iridologist is always telling me I need digestive enzymes. I don't have reflux or heartburn. Why does he keep suggesting me to take enzymes? Hmm. What do you
Hmm.
think about that, Jennifer?
Well, because there is problems with the digestion and moving elimination. There's elimination issues here.
Yeah.
So I would probably just start with magnesium, a gentle, easy thing to help calm and start the process of elimination.
There you go. Chris, what do you think about
Well,
suggesting
I
enzymes?
would think, why would that iridologist say that? So I'm thinking that possibly this person may have like a ring of perfection, where
Oh,
we the pupillary sphincter muscle, and maybe that led them to believe that they're not digesting their foods as well as they
Mhm,
could do.
mhm.
And I mean, obviously, the iridologist would have asked them about their diet and what they eat and how often they have a bowel motion, and as we all do. But yeah, and also probably what they would be focusing on iridologically is that's a big long word, is pupil border, and and also the sphincter muscle. Hmm. That's zone 1 in the iris.
There you
right.
go. So
Hmm.
I find that about 99% of my clients that I see do have, in one way or another, a digestive disturbance. It may not
Yeah.
be heartburn or acid reflux or anything like that. I see children sometimes, and I might suggest something like chewable papaya
Yeah.
due to stomach aches or things like that. So looking at enzymes, that is something I usually 99% of the time will refer to a client based on what they tell me about their digestive system. If they don't have reflux, depending on their diet, they could be prone to that in the future. And I would like
Yeah.
to see that minimized. So it's just a suggestion to suggest the digestive enzymes, but also we're made of enzymes. Now, I know digestive enzymes work specifically with our digestive system, but hydrochloric acid does more things for other areas of the body than just our digestion. So it does help keep muscle tone in place. And so I depend on the look at the clients to depend on by looking at the client's age, focus on their diet, what they're eating, and what they tell me that they are experiencing.
Yeah.
And I might move them into a more specific enzyme. So
Yeah.
good
Cool.
answers.
Great.
I see
That's
it takes 3 iridologists to talk about
Change a light bulb.
enzymes and why
To
we
change
would
a
do
light
that.
bulb.
But for all different reasons, it's to help for the common good, the greater good there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Jennifer, I've enjoyed this. This has been delightful to speak with you and to meet you.
Thank
And
you. Likewise.
oh, we're going to let the world know that there's another iridologist in Canada.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. I'm so grateful to have met you both.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and I'm just so impressed that you've bought a slit lamp and it's just going gangbusters and going to start this new phase of your life.
Yes, it's happening. It's happening.
Well,
Awesome.
we wish you well, and we wish you tons of success. And I even hope you have some inquiries from this interview that we've done today. So good
Absolutely.
luck to you. And you know what? We're going to revisit you at a later date and see how you're doing.
I love it. I look forward to that.
Okay. Thank you, Jennifer.
Become that
Jennifer.
of your vision.
Absolutely. Thank
Yay.
you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.